So what has brought me all this success? At least by my standards, the level of success that I'm at is something I couldn't have dreamed of when I started my business all those years ago. Like if I wrote down my biggest ever dreams and multiplied them by 10, I couldn't have come up with what I've got here. If you would have told me I was going to be in this spot with this kind of business and this kind of lifestyle and this kind of impact and this kind of income, I simply wouldn't have believed it. No. In fact, I did write down my goals. And where I'm at right now is 50 times bigger than my biggest goal back then. So what has brought me here? And I think, one of the reasons I'm in this reflective mood or this reflective mode is as I record this, I'm about to head into my PLF Live event. And this is the longest now, it's crazy to say this, but it's now the longest running event in the industry. The first one I did was in 2010. Actually, I did one in 2007, but to really get into this groove of doing it every year, 2010 was the first one I did. I've done it every year since then. One year I did it twice because we wanted to move it from a fall event to a spring event. That means I'm heading into my 13th PLF Live, 3-day event. That means as I sit here, I've spent 36 days on stage because it's just me on stage the entire time. It's not like I'm just facilitating a whole bunch of speakers. So 13, this will be my 13th event. I've done 12. I've done 36 days on stage. By the time you watch this, I'll be into day 3. So it will be actually my 39th day on stage. 39, that's like more than a month. It's ridiculous. And I've had so many people come through that event over the years. Thousands and thousands and thousands of people have attended. And so many of them have become really great friends, partners, clients, incredible success stories, people that have done world-changing stuff. And every time I get into this event, it's this immersive event. And I think I always come out of it super reflective, like, that was an unbelievable experience. I can't believe that just happened. And so right now I'm sort of, because I've been through this so many times, I guess I'm being pre-reflective on that. And so coming back to that level of success I'm at, my business is so many more times bigger than it was when I did that first event. And I think, that decision to step up on stage to say, I've never done an event, but I'm going to figure out how to do it. And I think that one decision was one of the things that made all the difference. That no one, when you first step out into the world and you start creating your business, no one has the skills. No one has the capabilities. You just have to say, I'm going to do this. You have to step into it and say, I'm going to do it. And then, and that's what I did. And the first ones we made, they were great events, but we made lots of mistakes. I made lots of mistakes and got better and better and better and better. And then you sit here and all these years later, it's like, you look back and like, wow, how did that actually happen? How did I get here? And it's because you put one step in front of the other. And I think another thing is all along, I've looked to create my network and to find the coaches and to find the mentors, because this is something I learned early on. I should have learned it 30 years before I did, but I learned early on in my business that no matter what I want to learn, no matter what I want to get good at, there's someone else who has spent a significant chunk of their life studying that one thing. And a lot of those people are willing to teach you. And you can learn from them, whether it's in their books or in their courses or in their coaching programs or in their mastermind. You can pay to shortcut that path because someone else has acquired that wisdom. And that was something I leaned into right from the very beginning of my business as I started building up my network. Because initially I thought this is a great business because anyone can do it from anywhere with just you and a computer. Then quickly I realized it can be a lonely business. And so I had to create those connections. And so I was eagerly looking for those connections early on, for networking partners, for content partners, for promotional partners, for coaches, and building that network right from the early days and right on up through my first early events. And in those events, I leaned into people that knew how to do events, that knew what it took to put together a great event and affect great change within those events. So it's just been that's how I've gotten here. That's how I've gotten to this level of success, by putting one foot in front of the other, by moving before I was ready. Moving before, that's the key thing, moving before you're ready. Because, if you're ready, you've spent too much time getting ready. What is it? People are looking for courage. It's courage. This is it. Courage comes before capability. Courage comes before capability. Courage comes before the skill set. First, you have to take that say, I'm going to take this step. I'm going to move forward, and I'm going to figure it out along the way. Courage comes before capability. So take that step, and then just keep on taking those steps. And then 25 years later, you end up in a situation where I'm at, where it's just, you can't believe the path you've been on. You can't believe what you've accomplished, and you can't believe what you've created. So I'm Jeff Walker. Wherever you're watching this, scroll down, leave a comment for me, and let's go get them this week.